I'm Rachael Unsworth. I call myself a geographer at large, and I'm involved in various things in Leeds. I was at the University of Leeds in the School of Geography for a long time. I'm interested in the big picture on floods and on flood resilience for the future. And I've got a futures group in the Civic Trust here in Leeds, and I'm working with geographers on the potential for reducing flood risk by doing things elsewhere in the catchments. And also think about the potential for the broader idea of the Northern Powerhouse, which isn't just about the big cities and business as usual, but it's actually joining up the main, the big regions, Northwest, Northeast Yorkshire and Humber, and trying to do something at that scale as well. So galvanising the universities across the north, to do the research about how people see themselves in relation to streams and rivers, what they think their vulnerabilities are, what they think the options are for making them less vulnerable, but how do they think that might impact elsewhere? Bringing all that together and then showing where there are compatibilities and incompatibilities about actions that we might take to reduce flood risk. And a particular thing that I'm interested in is about the potential for planting more trees in the uplands. And we do some preliminary mapping, which is mainly about putting trees in the bits that are not particularly useful for agriculture. And another strand of this is that in the end, I would hope, by the middle of this century, I hope I'll live to see it, we'll have an end to driven grouse shooting and reworking of some of those, at least some of those moor tops, not the whole lot, because I know people do value the heather moor tops, but managing them in this way for driven grouse shooting surely isn't helping in terms of the flood risk downstream. It's been really interesting talking to Environment Agency people, Yorkshire Water, freelancers, people who know about data sources, maps that I hadn't seen before. I've been able to pass some papers to people or put them in touch with people who are working on things that I didn't even think I was going to be useful because I'm not a geek. But it's really interesting seeing people's different take on it and just random conversations and spotting things on people's screens. It's been really, really interesting.